channel.
You are watching
TikTok.
And I'm Jessie.
And I'm Ashley.
That's right.
And that's our baby Callum.
That's our baby Callum right there. And we're going to share a bedroom tour today and show you how we have our nursery set up for Callum.
So come on.
Come on in. You want to show them your room? Let's show them. I don't know if you follow our channel or not, but here on Toops Time, we are all about making the most of small spaces and your time with your loved ones. And so we had to incorporate that into our very small style living. We are very minimalistic and we only live in about 1,000 square feet. And I actually have another little boy that you saw at the beginning of the video, Asher. He is 2 years old. And when I was pregnant with Callum, I was so worried about where's the baby gonna be? And there really wasn't any other answer other than room sharing. So we have a bedside nursery here in our small house. Like I said, 1,000 square foot. Our master bedroom is, I think, like 11 by 14. It is very tiny. So we made do with this small space, and I know that you can too. And I'm just gonna show you kind of how we have it organized and how it has worked for us. If you would like to see more of Asher's tour of our bedside nursery, then stay around for the end of the video for the bonus footage. Follow me over here to his side of the room. You can see that this is our master bed, and the left side is my husband's side. That is where Cody sleeps, and then I wanted to be as close to the baby as possible, so Callum is right here beside me. This is his bed. You see it first. It is definitely a beautiful eyepiece that my husband built, custom made. It was custom dimensions because we couldn't find anything this specifically fit to the space. There are some bassinets and things that I could recommend using that I can link in the description. However, this is a custom made piece of furniture, but I wanted as much storage as possible here. So we did make it where there was shelving on the bottom to store extra items. And you can see that I have some extra diapers in there in containers, and I also have extra wipes and then blankets and swaddles because they always burp up and spit on those swaddles when you're least expecting it. The crib itself, we actually, before designing it, really had to think about the dimensions, and my biggest concern that I let my husband know was that I wanted to make sure his DockATot fit inside of the crib because we used that so much with my first son, Asher, and I knew that it was going to be a lifesaver when Callum came along. That's what we have been using. He's now 6 months, and I have actually just transitioned him out of the DockATot, unfortunately, but it's good for him to learn good sleep behaviors. We always have a sleep sack either in the bed or on the bed close by for all of his naps during the day. We use a sleep sack as well as at night. Here in the crib, we also have a baby monitor. It is actually a security camera. I will definitely have it linked in the descriptions. It is one of my favorite baby items, essentials that we have. It is a Wise security camera and it works great. It has night vision. Highly recommend it. Right here is Callum's dresser, and on top of it you can see that we have extra blankets, and then we have his boppy that I used a lot as a newborn when he was breastfeeding at night, so I always wanted it close by. And then we have his drawers here that are full of little hats, and I have them organized. You have socks, and then you have also your bibs in there, as well as all of his onesies here in this drawer. And here in this drawer, a bunch of burp cloths for all the spit up. And then we also have, I love these little handkerchief style bibs. Like I said, gotta be prepared for the spit up, but he can chew on them and the slobber doesn't always get on his clothes, so we don't have to change him as much. Okay, so moving over here to the other side of the crib, we built this small little changing table, and it worked really well when he was little. You can see if I put him on it that he's kind of outgrown it. He can still use it. It worked wonderfully when he was still needing to have diapers changed at the middle of the night because he didn't have to be on our bed while we were sleeping. But now, to be honest, the bed works perfect for a changing table. So if you're looking for something to cut, if you're really trying to stick to a certain budget, you really don't need that. A bed works as well. Storage is a big deal when you're in these small spaces and you want to make the most of it. What I really wanted close by the changing table, by the bed, was all of the extra diapers. Like I said, I have a drawer full of diapers here, and then I had this little caddy right here where it could just be right there in front of me and I wouldn't have to open anything up in the middle of the night, with baby powder, like I said, more Boudreaux's butt paste, and also hand sanitizer where you wouldn't have to wash your hands in the middle of the night. Also here on the changing table, very close to the crib, is our sound machine. I use the Hatch, which is also a nightlight as well, and you can just tap it to turn the sound on, which is wonderful. It turns on and off. You can easily adjust the volumes down here as well as the brightness of the light, and it also has an app on the phone where you can turn it on via your phone while laying in the bed, anything like that. It's also very easy to move around. Up above his little changing table right here, I have medicine that we might need. I have his nose Frida, just things that you may want to get to quickly, baby lotion. Also have just extra butt paste. Highly recommend Boudreaux's butt paste, and then Vaseline when you come home from the hospital. If you had a little boy and they are circumcised, you need some Vaseline on hand. So I try to put the things that we knew we were going to be needing all the time, especially changing the diapers constantly. And if you go under here with me, you'll see that we had bought some little containers to put under open shelving, and I right now just have a little bit of like extra socks and mittens and a comb, just things we aren't really using. And then I have a little basket full of toys. He has a bunch of other toys in another room, so this isn't all he has, but I did have just a little bit of extra space in here. This is where I put his little, this is like a movable bassinet. It is awesome for if you're traveling with a baby, they can sleep in it. And then I also put my carrier, like wear-on carrier, the Lily baby carrier down here that I use pretty much at least 3 or 4 times a week. It does help a lot. Thankfully, he does like to be worn around the house, and I can still get a few things done with him. And then I did have another basket, and I had bought this basket with postpartum and thinking I was gonna need certain things since I was breastfeeding, and I had like nipple shields and I had a bunch of other stuff. This is a nursing cover, but to be honest, I really haven't needed too much via postpartum and breastfeeding. The space was gonna be for my pump, but I ended up not really needing to pump a whole lot, especially at night. I just exclusively breastfeed, so my pump ended up being at my computer desk in my room. Unfortunately, these little things can create a lot of dirty diapers, so we had to think about where we were gonna put those, and we didn't want to smell up our room, and I also did not want to have to change a dirty diaper bag every day. So we actually ended up making the room for a diaper genie. There will be a link in the description. There are a few different brands of these, but they have certain fill-ins, and this has worked great. I usually only have to change it out every 3 or 4 days. When he was a newborn, it might be every 2 days though, because they make a lot of stinky diapers. Lastly, I just want to mention to you that you can utilize anywhere in your room for storage, especially like your walls. Like we have all this open space. If you absolutely had to, we talked about creating open shelving up high. We also have had to use under the bed storage, which is wonderful. No one sees it, so you don't look all cluttered. We actually had bought a Munchkin swing right before he was born that he only used for a couple months, but we made sure it compacted down and it fit under the bed. So it was one more item that I could put up that no one had to look at when I had visitors. Thank you guys so much for joining us on this bedside nursery tour. I hope you enjoyed this video. We have tons of other videos on our channel. If you like this one, please consider subscribing to our channel for more future content and for adorable little faces of Asher and Callum. God bless you guys. The kids.
So this is our bed right here where we sleep on that. And then is this in our TV show right there?
That's where we watch TV?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is our little sleep sack bed.
That's his little sleep sack bed. Okay.
And these are our pillows.
And what do we do in those pillows?
We hide.
We hide.
I'm getting in here.
Who are you hiding from?
You're not a T-Rex.
I'm not a T-Rex. Are you hiding from T-Rex?
You're a park ranger.
I'm a park ranger? Okay, let's hide.
I'll get in the pillow with the kids.
Okay.